In a small village nestled between rolling hills and fertile fields, lived a humble carpenter named Caleb. This village, though quaint and serene, had recently fallen on hard times. The once bountiful fields yielded little harvest, and the villagers were growing weary and disheartened. One morning, as the sun began to rise, casting a golden hue over the landscape, a group of villagers gathered at the well. They spoke in hushed tones, their faces marked by worry. It was then that they saw a figure approaching from the horizon. Clad in simple robes and walking with a serene grace, it was Jesus of Nazareth. Word quickly spread, and soon the entire village assembled to greet him. Jesus looked upon the faces of the people, seeing their struggles and sensing their despair. He climbed atop a small hill so that all could see and hear him clearly. "My beloved children," Jesus began, his voice carrying a warmth that eased their troubled hearts. "I know of your hardships and the burdens you carry, but I tell you, your blessing is here among you." The crowd murmured in confusion, glancing at one another. They had expected a miracle, something grand and immediate to change their fortunes. Jesus continued, "You seek blessings from the heavens, but often the greatest blessings lie within our hearts and hands. Look around you, see the gifts you have been given, and understand that through unity, faith, and love, you can overcome any challenge." A young boy named Samuel, his eyes wide with curiosity, stepped forward and asked, "But how, Lord? We have so little." Jesus smiled gently at Samuel and said, "Even the smallest seed can grow into a mighty tree if nurtured with care. Let us all work together, share what we have, and help one another. I will show you." Over the next few days, Jesus worked alongside the villagers. He taught them how to till the soil more effectively, how to save and distribute water wisely, and how to care for their livestock with compassion. He encouraged them to share their skills and resources, fostering a spirit of cooperation and community. One evening, as the villagers gathered around a fire, Jesus told them a parable. There was once a man who discovered a hidden treasure in a field. In his joy, he sold everything he had and bought that field. The kingdom of heaven is like this treasure, and so is the blessing within you. It is not always visible at first, but when discovered, it brings immeasurable joy and abundance. Weeks passed, and the village began to flourish. The fields, once barren, now teemed with crops. The well, which had been on the verge of drying up, flowed with fresh water. The villagers, once isolated in their struggles, found strength in their unity. One morning, as the villagers gathered to thank Jesus, they found the hill where he had spoken to be empty. Though he was no longer physically present, his teachings and spirit remained deeply rooted in their hearts. Caleb the carpenter stood before the people and said, "Our blessing is here, just as he said. It is in our hands, our hearts, and in the love we share. Let us continue to walk in his light and carry this blessing forward." And so, the village thrived, not because of a miraculous event, but because they embraced the true blessing Jesus had revealed, the power of unity, faith, and love.